Chris, and as we wait while the jury continues deliberating, the verdict in the Nestande case could be influential in future similar cases. KXAN's Angie Bevan looks at how the evidence used in this trial could change the way courts handle drunk driving cases.
The defense calls Gabrielle Nestande.
Now, several hours in, a 12-person jury continues to deliberate. Gabrielle Nestande is charged with intoxication manslaughter, and failure to stop and render aid. Former prosecutor Mindy Montford told KXAN Wednesday morning the defense did what they could to show the evidence did not support the state's argument beyond a reasonable doubt.
You can't just show somebody was intoxicated by throwing some receipts out, throwing some testimony of other people who might have been drinking also that night, some video footage.
I couldn't believe it.
Deliberating on 3 separate charges, the jury had mounds of evidence, a number of legal issues to wrestle with, but they didn't have sobriety test results.
The defense successfully argued, APD even said there were no signs of intoxication. That's why they didn't give her a breath test or a blood test.
The question is, does the jury have enough? Montford says if the jury finds Nestande guilty of intoxicated manslaughter based on the circumstantial evidence, that conviction could have a far-reaching effect.
I think that's a very dangerous path that we're starting, because is the state going to prove DWI cases in that same fashion?
Reporting in Austin, Angie Bevan, KXAN News.
Again, the jury in Nestande's case is still deliberating now. We'll take you back to the courtroom as soon as we get word there's a verdict.
A state senator from Austin is trying to get tougher penalties for people who drive away after a deadly accident. Under current Texas law, failure to stop and render aid carries a punishment of between 2 and 10 years in prison. But Senator Kirk Watson proposed a new bill to make the crime of leaving the scene of a fatal car crash a second-degree felony. The maximum punishment would be 20 years in prison. Courtney Griffin's father worked with Senator Watson to create this bill.